Hi there, and a warm welcome back to Top End Track Talk after a 3-week break. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be having a look at this first up meeting at Fanny Bay, which will be Saturday, the 2nd of October. As you're aware, we haven't raced at headquarters for some 3 weeks now, since the 11th of September, and since that time the track has undergone some routine maintenance to have it at its optimum for the upcoming wet season and spring racing. The comments from our riders regarding the track have been very complimentary, and I'm looking forward to this weekend with some excellent fields among the 5 races. A total of 46 horses have accepted for the day, with 4 each-way betting affairs, and let me tell you, some really tough races to work out. We have a total of 11 riders donning the silks here on Saturday, so it promises to be a great return to racing at Fanny Bay. The first gets underway at the mid-afternoon time of 3:05 p.m, while the last is timed to go at 5:25 p.m. The opener is the Mindil Beach Casino Resort Trobus Handicap. It's a set weight maiden event over the 1100 metres, and in the first my numbers are 8, 7 and 5. Going here with number 8, Zip Lane from the stable of Gary Lafoe, and Paul Shires takes the mount. Well done to Gary last week at the Horse of the Year Awards, took out the Middle Distance Star Award with his very, very good star and Eye on the Fox. It was a great night too last Friday. We'll fill you in on a few of the details as we go through this afternoon. And Zip Lane, my selection. Really good run last time out here. That was 4 weeks ago on the 4th of September in the maiden behind Prince Reuben. Prince Reuben was knocking on the door and did a good job that day, but I thought Zip Lane's run was full of merit, only beaten 0.3 of a length, and I think with that run under the belt, admittedly 4 weeks between races, I think can take a power of beating and break through for that first up win. So on top, number 8, Zip Lane. To beat number 7, It's Pins, to be ridden by Casey Hunter for Phil Cole. Casey had a good day at Alice Springs last Sunday with a double. She takes them out here. This horse has only had the 2 runs in Darwin for a 4th and then a good 3rd the other day in Class 2 company behind the very smart Mr. Monaro. So dropping in grade quite substantially, and I think It's Pins will be right in the party here. And in for 3rd, number 5, Son of Utread. And this one's an interesting runner. New trainer to the Darwin training ranks, Ella Clarke. So this is Ella's first runner, of course. Ella, the daughter of 9-time champion trainer Gary, and of course Charlene Clarke. So we wish Ella all the best with her first runner, to be ridden by Jared Todd. Last started at Gunnedah in 2nd on the 10th of August. So it's right in the mix here, I think, and could give Ella a great start to her training career. Numbers in the first, 8, 7 and 5. The second's the Oktoberfest at the Bay on the 16th of October Handicap. Big month of racing in October, of course, with the Everest, the Caulfield Cup, the Cox Plate, as we build, of course, towards that first Tuesday in November. And this race, the benchmark event, it's benchmark 70. Our smallest field of the day with the 6 runners, but nonetheless some good quality amongst them. Numbers here, 3, 1 and 2. He's a pretty smart galloper, I think, number 3, Little Town Blues, trained by Phil Cole. And great to see Wayne Davis back in the saddle. Of course, Wayno had a fall here on the 28th of July, day 6 of the carnival. But great to see him back in the saddle. This is his first day back, and I know he's rearing to go. And he'll be giving his mounts every chance. And certainly this horse, so I know he's got plenty of time for Little Town Blues. He was very good winning the other day here in Class 2 company. Tessa Townsend rode on that occasion. Beat Mr. Monaro. We've seen Mr. Monaro come out since and win. He's up in grade, there's no doubt about that. And he's got a 3 kilo pull on the top weight and my second selection, Belmont Day. But I think he can win. Again, number 3, Little Town Blues. To beat Belmont Day, Jared Todd for Gary Clarke, 61.5 kilos to carry. Raced really well during the carnival. Of course, won the Lightning here on Cup Day. He was disappointing last time out, I thought. That was the 28th of August. He was slow into stride on that occasion, and after whizzing through, hitting the lead, he tired over the concluding stages. He's a bit of a trick, he's a bit of an enigma, but you can never leave him out of calculations. He's in for 2nd here, and my 3rd selection, number 2, Sebricate, Paul Shires and David Bates, the combo. Raced well during the carnival as well. His last start effort over 1200. I don't think the 1200 really suits him. Back to this 1100. I've got him in the mix here. That run last time was behind Eastwood. My numbers in the second, 3, 1 and 2. The third's the Tab Handicap. We move to the 1300 barrier now for a couple of races. This one, the 0 to 70, and my word, this is a tough event to sort out. A field of 8 going, a field of actually 10 going around here. and my numbers are 4, 3 and 2. Going here with number 4, Fort Knox, trained by Gary Clarke and to be ridden by Jared Todd. Raced well during the carnival, won twice, once over 1100, then stepped out over the mile and won again. His last start effort was a third over 1200 metres in benchmark 76 grade. And here in the 0 to 70 at the 1300, I think he'll take plenty of beating. He's won once from 12 at the trip. He's had a couple of placings as well, a couple of seconds and a third. But I've got him on top to beat number 3, Ocean, formerly trained by Chris Waller, having its second start for Angie Forster and Stan Sakos in the saddle. Probably wants further ideally than this 1300 metres, but its last start here was over the trip behind Weapon, and it was a good run, I thought, on that occasion. Hasn't raced for a month, so as long as Angie's kept this horse a little on the fresh side, and I'm sure she will have, I can see him racing well again. And then for third, number 2, Royal Rumble. Had a couple of runs here when trained by Kelvin Moore. Now in the stable of Tayan Holter, Jerry Noski aboard. I think the trip will suit this horse, and I've got him in to run third. Numbers in race 3, 4, 3 and 2. We move to the 4th, the Karen Brown Fine Art Handicap. This one also over the 1300. This is a benchmark 54 event and a capacity field lining up here, although with the 11 riders, one will have to come out, and I think that horse is probably Captain Apollo. He's the only one without a jockey at this stage. Numbers in race 4, 6, 12 and 5. Going here with Southern Bolt on top for Gary LaFoe and Paul Shires. Another horse that raced well during the carnival with a couple of wins. He then went to Catherine and finished midfield behind Kamogli. He's going down in grade. That was a 64. He drops back to the benchmark 54 here. Has had a freshen since last racing in the middle of August, and I can see Southern Bolt from the one gate getting all favours and be very hard to beat here. 6 on top. To beat number 12, Princess Maribel, trained by Angie Forster, Stan Sakos in the saddle. First up run on the 11th of September. That was its first run for some 14 months, and I really liked the effort to finish third behind She Shines Bright. Obviously Angie hasn't rushed the horse. That was the 11th of September, so it's been 3 weeks since the horse started, and I can see Princess Maribel going another good race here, got it in to run second. And in for third, number 7, Bon Air. He was a last start winner here on the 11th of September. Wayne Davis takes them out for Phil Cole. He's the winner now of 9 of his 51 starts. Can never be discounted in a race of this nature. Numbers in the 4th, 6, 12 and 7. And as we move across to the last of the 5, this is the Lexus of Darwin Melbourne Cup on the 2nd of November handicap. It's only a month away, the Melbourne Cup, and it'll come around before you know it. This is a 0 to 58. We move to the 1200 barrier for the last of the day, and my numbers here are 3, 7 and 4. 3 on top, Prince Reuben. Took him a little while to break through for that first up maiden win. Took him 12 starts, in fact, but I think now he's got that one under the belt that he can go on with the job. Trained by Gary Clarke nowadays, and Jared Todd in the saddle. They could be in for a good day, that combo. And of course, they cleaned up plenty of awards the other night. Jared with his second premiership and Gary with his 9th. And of course, they were the leading carnival trainer and rider. So well done to the boys, and I think they can have a pretty good day here on Saturday. Prince Reuben has had the half dozen starts here in Darwin, formerly trained by Shane Bottomley, now trained by Gary. Got it on top. Number 3, to beat number 7, Overruled from the Emma Steele stable, and Stan Sakos in the saddle. Has had a freshen up since last racing. That was the 26th of June. Finished down the track on that occasion. But earlier form was pretty solid both in Alice Springs and Darwin, and I think should go well fresh over the 1200 metres. And in for third, number 4, Treblar. Gary Clarke trains, Jerry Noski in the saddle. Always has to be considered in a race of this nature. Last start 4th behind Bon Air. Wasn't bad, only beaten 2.6 on that occasion. In the last, the numbers 3, 7 and 4. On what's a really tough day, the best bet comes up in the first. Race 1, number 8, Zip Lane. Race 1, number 8, Zip Lane. Think can break through for that maiden win. Well, the best each way chance, I'm not going to put in a roughie, they're all pretty tough. My best each way chance is race 3, number 8, Pembroke Castle. It was a good winner last time, probably be at decent odds in what's a tough field, but I give him a very good each way chance. Race 3, number 8, Pembroke Castle, trained of course by Mark 9. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, and we'll be back in a fortnight for the Caulfield Cup and Everest meeting here at Fanny Bay. That will of course be the 16th of October. And in the meantime, all the best, Good luck and good punting.